Hi, welcome to the NFL Preview Show on ESPN. I'm Spencer Turnstein alongside Nathan Schwartz and Ian Banky. We have a wide variety of topics to cover today. Let's kick it off with the Ravens and Redskins outlook.
Well, see, with the Washington Redskins, Jay Gruden entering his pretty much last season on the hot seat for the Redskins. He hasn't done anything in the past 5 years that says that he should continue to be the head coach of the Washington Redskins. So this year, he's going to have to put all hands on deck, including starting Dwayne Haskins early, using the run game with Darius Geis, Adrian Peterson, and Chris Thompson, including Bryce Love, who he drafted in the 4th round this year, including our young receivers such as Terry McLaurin, Trey Quinn, and Kelvin Harmon, and our defensive acquisition of Landon Collins should be enough to put the Redskins in contention for the playoffs. I think they win 9 or 10 games this year, given Jay Gruden's past successes.
Well, the Ravens, it's also going to be a key season for their head coach, John Harbaugh. We've missed the playoffs a couple of years in a row. We've barely squeaked in the last year. I think anything short of winning the division this year will put him on the hot seat. We've had some key pickups this year, Earl Thomas in the defensive core, and then Brandon Ingram on the rushing end. These are going to be some key pickups. It's going to be very important for these guys to get going early on in the season. Ravens have a tough schedule. We play the Patriots, we play the Rams, and we'd also have some games that aren't going to be as difficult. We start the season off week 1 against the Dolphins. I have the Ravens going 10-6 this year. Obviously, it's not going to be accurate 100%. Obviously, still have 16 games, 17 weeks left to play. And the preseason, still guys can get hurt, guys can win starting jobs. But the key is going to be a wide receiver position this year, I think. Hollywood Brown, the first-round pick this year, is going to be very important. Lamar Jackson is going to find him shallow and deep. He's going to be the key reason why we're going to win the division this year.
Let's go ahead and move it over to predictions. Come February is the annual MVP award. Who do you guys think is going to win that?
Even though it's hard for a running back to win the MVP, I think Alvin Kamara for the New Orleans Saints should be the front runner to win the MVP this year. With Mark Ingram gone, he's going to have even more opportunity to show his skill in New Orleans and could possibly even lead the Saints to the Super Bowl with him and Drew Brees. Last year they came up short, but with Alvin Kamara probably rushing for more than over 1,500 yards and even getting possibly 1,000 in the air, he's going to have probably the easiest path to the MVP.
I'd like to correct a mistake I made earlier. Mark Ingram, not Brandon Ingram, excuse me. But I think if you thought Mahomes he topped out last season, I think he's going to do even better this season. Chiefs are even better on the defensive core, and he's going to be able to not worry about what his defense is going to do. He'll just be able to produce offensively. The air raid offense is going to work perfectly for him. He's my pick to win the MVP.
Let's go ahead and stick with predictions. Who do you guys think is going to go to the Super Bowl this year?
So basically for the AFC, it's kind of hard to pick against the Patriots, right? Tom Brady's still there. Even though they lost Gronk and their receivers are getting older, they lost Chris Hogan even. Tom Brady should still find his receivers. He's still going to throw those 2-yard out routes. Receivers will make things happen. James White out of the backfield will still continue to do great things for them offensively. And then for the NFC, if the Bears can find a kicker, I think they'll be the front runners in the NFC. Drew Brees only getting older. The Saints defense never really has been anything exciting. The Rams, Jared Goff, proved in the Super Bowl last year that I don't think he's ready for the big stage quite yet. And the Saints, I already said, getting older. So the Chicago Bears, Mitch Trubisky, and Tariq Cohen, if they can get going offensively, I think it'll be the Patriots and the Bears in the Super Bowl. But the Patriots win once again.
I have to disagree with you on the Saints. The Saints were robbed of going to the Super Bowl last year by a pass interference call. If they can do what they did last year, obviously be more productive offensively and not have to rely on that pass interference call, they can go all the way this year. I have them as my NFC pick going to the Super Bowl. And the AFC, as I said, Patrick Mahomes still has a lot of potential, and he's already great. So I have them beating out the Patriots in the AFC Championship and going to the Super Bowl representing the AFC. It's going to be a close battle. I'm not sure who's going to win. I think it's going to be an offensive explosion. I think I have the Chiefs winning.
That's all the time we have for today on the NFL Preview Show on ESPN. I'm Spencer Turnstein alongside Nathan Schwartz and Ian Banky. We'll catch you next time.